Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. Ooh, audio. Yeah, as
Oh,
I was
there we go.
saying, welcome to Fair Play Racing League. Tonight you are with us with the Tier 1s for it's round 13. It is Zandvoort. I am your host, as always, David Lolface. And in the comms box tonight, joining me is
Ferrari 5.
Ali. It's a pleasure to have you back, although I'm sure there are plenty of us that would rather have you racing, and I'm sure you yourself would probably rather be racing. So before we get into everything, what's the update on the new wheel, Ali?
Ooh, I am slowly being able to afford it. I bought a second-hand rim and second-hand pedals, of course. They're in good condition, so I went for it. Now, I just sold an old bike of mine that doesn't fit me anymore, so I should be able to afford a new base. And yeah, I'm just waiting for it to be available again so that I can order it.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed that you're back with us soon. Um, but as we're here, it is Zandvoort. It seems to be a fairly popular track ever since its reintroduction into F1 a few years ago now. Yeah, what's your thoughts on this, Ali? Is it a track you like? You regret missing?
No. Yeah, I don't like the track. It's really difficult to overtake, and also the middle sector is probably one of the worst sectors apart from Miami second sector. But yeah, I just dislike the very slow corners and the very short straights. And yeah, the there's literally no overtaking opportunities apart from turn one. And your only chance of overtaking someone in turn one is if they made a mistake in the penultimate or the last corner.
Yeah, a very fair point. Some might argue that there's a decent spot to overtake in the second DRS, but the problem is when you've really got to nail your traction out of turn. Is it turn 9? Don't know. Don't care. But yeah, it's very few overtaking chances in this lap. So before we carry on, catch up a little bit with what's going on so far, I want to say a big hello in the chat to Imagine Wagons 43, who was the first one here. Has Libs retired in the pits? Has he binned it? I don't know. Did he have a quali ban? I don't know indeed. Also, big good evening to Silverside Boy, who has redeemed us both a drink. So thank you very much for that, Gary.
Surprised Robo is racing today.
Yeah,
Oh, mine.
it was. From what I understand, he was put down as tentative, and well, he's not here right now. I do believe we are waiting on drivers, and yeah, of course they will be sending you a message, Ali, if they need an invite into the session.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have full qualifying despite only having 15 at the start. So
If nobody joins, or sorry, if somebody joins and nobody bins it, uh, Laura Lives will definitely be out of Q1.
yeah, well we'll wait with bated breath to see if someone joins later on. In the meantime, I'm going to take my drink. So thank you very much, Gary. So I can.
What do you think of Zandvoort? I haven't asked you that.
I don't mind Zandvoort as such. Apparently, it's a bit of
Headache.
a track that's good to wheel users, but I honestly don't find it too bad. It's a proper racetrack, even though there's not many in terms of overtaking opportunities. It feels better in this game than it maybe did in other games, but maybe that's me because I'm a full traction fraud.
Yeah, this track is actually very balanced between wheel and pad. Yeah, last game I think it was better on pad, but this game it has changed a bit.
Yeah. On that note, I don't know if I assume you haven't been paying too much attention to the Twitch chat, Ali. But since last night,
Oh,
we've had a few channel point redemption added. So alongside the hydrate, the drink that we've already done, Imagine Wagons 43 has redeemed an to say what Gary says to AMS Drive. I don't want to say
oh,
it, and I don't know who he's opting to say that. Gary says you, but it's not him that redeemed it. So I'm going to wait for Imagine Wagons to let us know who it is. As more drivers pulling out of this session. Colin goes over with the 115.5.
oh, yeah.
Let Ali do
Imagine
it.
Wagons. Ooh, daddy.
I'd have done it while looking at Drive's car, but he has actually he has retired because, well, at this rate, no one's going out because no one's joining. On the plus side, that means 2 Ferraris in Q2, assuming Dynamo Dan doesn't stack it in a wall.
Safety car question. What's that?
Safety car question is basically people can like request a question to ask us during a safety car. Gives us something to talk about. Shadows, the reason you have 27k channel points is because I refunded every single person's channel points that they'd ever spent because I couldn't be bothered to go through them all. So, yeah, now we've got just a few more rewards. Hopefully they can be put to good use. TJ redeeming a truth or dare. Oh, dear. Go on then, TJ. Truth or dare. Who is that to? I can't help but feel like it would be unfair to throw everything on Ali this evening, so I'll take the truth or dare, and I'm gonna go for.
It's fine for me.
I'm gonna go for truth. So I'll just send me the question in chat, TJ, and I will answer. Right, we'll stay with Dynamo Dan. As we see him going through Q2 at the moment, a little bit lapse in Q1. I don't think with a few minutes to go, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get anyone else in. That is a reminder. If you are waiting to get in, then let Ali Ferrari know, either through Discord or through Xbox message, and we'll make sure to get you in. So TJ's question to me is, who is the best comms partner you've ever had? and that is a stitch up if I've ever heard one before. Um,
I mean, I would, in my opinion, Gary and David is probably the best commentator duo I've ever like seen in any league race ever. So yeah, that's just my opinion.
wow, that's big praise from you, Ali. Thank you very much. I think, to be honest, while Tiddlewink makes a good point in saying that the best comms is Monkey and Soprano, I did commentate with Soprano a few times. He has unfortunately now left the league. I don't think he's. I'm going to say he's my favourite because he is obviously better suited to main comms. I'm going to go for. Um, 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 Up the Fry Guy clips. No, I'm joking. It's such a hard question. I do. There are some people I really like commentating with. One is Biddle. One is TJ, and it's not happened enough. But me and Monkey is also a hell of a laugh. I'm bottling it. My favourite one, I think it's probably Cruiser. To be honest, Cruiser's adapted really well to comms, and yeah, I do actually enjoy commentating with everyone, but Cruiser's my pick. He's just got the he's got the voice, isn't he? It's simple. Gary thinks I've stabbed him in the back.
What's Dynamo Dan doing?
I assume he's just sitting in the pits waiting for us.
Oh, there we go.
Well, there you go. Only 15 people gonna start then.
I think it was the same thing, the exact same thing, in season 2 of FPRL and Tier 1, where we only had 15 drivers. And do you remember what happened that race in lap 1?
Oh, it's not the Zandvoort race I'm thinking of, is it? Surely not.
I think it is.
Oh dear.
It is the one you're thinking of.
How many people made it through that first lap?
Out of 15, it was, if I remember correctly, it was 6, because I was second last of the guys who actually made it through, and I was P5.
Well, there you go.
But that was before the first restart.
Yeah. Well, let's pray for not a repeat of that. Of course, if it does happen, we can quite safely blame you now, so that's fine.
Oh no.
You brought it up. It's your fault. I was actually contemplating putting another voter thing up. A channel point redemption for a commentator's curse, but I thought that would kill it a bit too much. But let's hypothetically think that is a massive commentator's curse there from Ali. And
I can't wait to be on board with AMS Drive again.
yeah, you might have to wait a little bit longer as we go into Q2. The first man out on the track will be Collateral Dad, aka Ads, who's he's not had the best season, I think it's fair to say. Yeah, he showed some pretty good pace last season, and this season he's just sort of fallen away a little bit. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. Maybe he'll find himself on the end of a little bit of luck tonight. He's hoping anyway.
I know you mentioned earlier that some people would would rather have me racing than commentating. I think collateral ads wouldn't agree on that.
That is a very good point. You've definitely had your fair share of run-ins together. Probably previous to this game as well. But I mean, it's water runs on the bridge, isn't it? Really. I know you've not got a nasty bone in your body, Ali. Unfortunately, Collateral Ads does, and yeah, sometimes he really has it in for you.
Damn, third gear in turn 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit too late on the power out of turn 2. Second gear? What?
I think he's on auto gears.
Oh,
Which
well,
is probably
anyway.
why that happened.
Yeah, he completely misses the apex. Actually, no, it's a bit of a late apex, but didn't make use of all of the track. Slowed down a bit too much into here. Doesn't make use of all of the track. Um, Gearing is better this time. He doesn't make use of all of the track again. He hits the curb and a bit sluggish out of that corner as well. He he brakes just on the curb, which you don't want to do, but it wasn't that much anyway. And he misses the apex on the last corner and doesn't make use of all of the track. This is it hasn't been the best of laps from him, and he's very low on ERS.
Yeah.
It's an 11.7. I believe it's going to be beaten by at least a second and a half. We have AMS Drive about to finish his lap on the mediums. He's also out of ERS, actually. Oh.
Ooh, there goes
That's a
Drive.
lot.
What a lap from him. We've had a request in the chat to hop on board with Libs, and unfortunately, well, actually, I think we'll get the chance now. Why not? I am a merciful God, after all. And when I say God, I mean commentator. Yeah,
Ooh.
that was very very judgmental from yourself. I mean, I wish that we could all hold the high standards that you have, Ali. But personally, I'd be really chuffed with an 11.7 in quality.
Yeah, Liv's made a massive mistake in turn 3, I think. Yeah, he went too much on the curb, and then that pushed him wide and almost spun the car. Also, I've been noticing people are running out of ERS at the end of their laps. So, is it that uh, Zandvoort just uses up all of your ERS on one lap? Because it's a very short track.
I think that is true. A lot of it is spent on the throttle, and there's not too much in terms of heavy braking zones. So yeah, maybe to get the most out of your time, maybe you've got to maybe find some corners to switch ERS off on, I guess. Because it will be so important out of that last corner. Coming to the line. Lives, by the way, putting himself in second place on an 11.5. Not a bad lap from the Aston Martin driver.
It's crazy how we did that. Was such a big mistake. I think that lost him at least half a second. That's a good lap by Ermine.
Yeah, Ermine is the first man in the 110s tonight, and I'm sure there will be plenty others to come, but yeah, really good stuff from the AlphaTauri driver. Let's hop on with Razagamer, who might have indeed gone purple in Sector 1, but then again he might not have. And our resident Man City fan, Razagamer, now tackling the track in the sand dunes of, well, just outside Amsterdam, I believe. Raza going just through Sector 2 into Sector 3 now. And just about hitting the apex, and that is so important for this run around this bank turn here at Netherlands, and he goes to the line, and that's only an 11.6 from the man.
I know that this track doesn't suit Ermine's driving style, neither does it suit AMS Drive, but they're somehow really quick here.
Yep, and well, um, I do want to know how he is so fast, even when it's not his driving style. Adds, by the way, the second man into the 110s. It's a 110.993. As over the line goes, that was Jensen. Jensen up onto the second row here in Q2. And the last man to set a lap will be this man right here. It's Dreppo. Had a very up and down season, but at times shown brilliant pace, and well, I'm sure he'll hope to recapture some of that form from early season tonight. So you've
Large lads about to start a lap.
Yeah, currently sitting in P10 on the cusp of Q2. On the cusp of getting into Q3, I should say. We'll keep with Dreppo around the final corner, then we'll hop back on board with Collateral Ads. Dreppo now coming to the line, and that is a 10.6. Great lap from Dreppo.
That's a good lap. Yeah, Collateral Ads has got the first part of the lap way better than he did. He seems a lot more committed.
Yep.
Although
he is slightly
down. He goes on the grass. Well, he did go on the grass, and oh yeah, he carried a lot more speed through this corner. Yeah, you don't want to go on the curb like he just did there. And he doesn't hit the inside curve this time. Way better on the exit. And coming up to this next corner, in this corner it's really important to keep a high minimum speed to be able to get through the corner a lot quicker. That way you save way more time than you might think you would. But yeah, he's a 10th up, hits this apex really nicely, and also makes use of more of the track on the exit, and yeah, he's improved by at least 3 times. For sure. What?
Apparently not.
Ow.
Yeah, well, he does improve, but it's not good enough. He's down into P11.
I swear this lap looked way better than his last one.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, but yeah, it's not worked out for Collateral Ads. He will need to go once again. We've got Henkers here, who is 5 tenths up, looking to go towards the 110s, and he might be just shy, but a decent lap in the 111.2s would definitely see him through at this point. And there he is, 11.1. Improvement 6.5 tenths. That's really good from Henkers. Up into P4 at the moment. So Ali, at the moment, what kind of times do you think are going to be the cut-off time to get into Q3 with 5 minutes left to go of the session?
0.5. Daddy Drive is coming going out of the last corner. This looked like a really nice lap, and yeah, it's P2. Yeah. I saw how he hooked that last sector. It looked so neat.
Yeah, I think he gained a good 3 tenths in that final sector. Very good from AMS Drive.
Yeah, it was just the first sector that was not so quick, but the rest was really nice. So, Splitter Flipper, I think he's about to start a lap.
Yeah, I actually just saw the outlap disappear, and I thought maybe for a second it's because he started his lap. Alas, it's not because of that, because this game is awful. Anyway, thank you, Gary, for the drinks redemption once again.
Oh! Holy shit.
I look away for 1 second. And Splitter Flipper is... well, he's not had a good Sector 1, let's put it that way, shall we?
Well, we got Rob Kelly on the lap. Yeah, he's almost a 10th up. He misses this apex, but carries a lot of speed to that corner, misses the apex a lot here, also doesn't carry that much speed, makes use of all of the track, gets this apex really nicely as well, and yeah, that's a bit too far from the apex. Fourth gear, that's the gear you want to be in, and yeah, down to this corner. Yeah, you don't want to brake on the curbs either, and you want to avoid this inside curb on the left. Avoid the exit curbs as well, which he doesn't do, and he touches the grass. Although, yeah, he does exit the corner really well, even though he missed the apex. Should move him inside the top 10 and look like a nice lap, and it does.
Yeah, into
Apart from the last
P7.
sector.
That's good stuff. That might see him safe at the moment. On the edge is Magusa on a 1:11.548. It's becoming a little bit squeaky bum time towards the end of Q2. Let's hop on with... Oh, I missed Colin, but he has just come across the line and he's only gone P11. So that could very much be the Alfa Romeo out as Jensen retires in the pits. For a second, I thought that was Cruiser's teammate. Colin's teammate in the wall. No, he was just moving out of the way. Right, who's on a lap? Splitter Flipper is on a lap after...
The Splitter Flipper's lap looks really nice. That first sector was beautiful.
Yeah, and he is marginally up going into Sector 3. Let's see him as he gets the penultimate corner pretty nicely. It will set him up very nicely for this banked corner and a run to the line. And there is a 1:11.137. It is getting tight. Lives on the cusp, and he has 3/10 in his hand coming into Sector 3, but a small mistake over that right left-hander, and I really don't care about that Xbox YU showing, as Collateral Ads has binned it. Lives across the line, he goes on a 1:11.3. Yeah, he lost some time in Sector 2 there. That wasn't Ads binning it, that was Ads retiring in the pits. And here's Colin trying to get some of his ERS back. He's not got long. Not that I know how long it will be because the yellow flags are out.
Yeah, he's gonna get a very slow start to the lap. Yeah.
Yeah, well there you go.
He didn't accelerate.
Thankfully not too much of a run into turn 1 from the start finish line. And
oh my god. The first 3 corners were beautiful, except that he hit that inside curb in turn 4. But this looks like a really nice first sector.
there's the
He
yellow
really
sign.
focused a lot on the exit rather than the entry in turn 1. Even though it looked nice, you would want to focus more on the entry and keep a high minimum apex speed. Anyways, he does make use of a lot of the track, except that he missed the apex. I don't know what corner that is. Well, last corner of Sector 2, and he's down on his time by just 20 hundredths, but that's not much. Short shifts up to 4, that's the way you want to do it. And this last corner was nice. You would want to keep a bit more minimum apex speed through there. And yeah, he takes the shortest line up to the finish line, and he does improve, but he's out.
Yeah, very
I
unlucky.
think it's because... oh no. Cormac. That's late.
Yeah, not ideal. A little bit late, but he is here, so that is it's better than not. Better than not being here at all. As here we are at the end of Q2, the flag has dropped, and we have our top 10. Magusa just creeping through by 0.004 of a second. from lives in P11, and well, you look further back, you've got Jock just 20,000th behind lives. So small margins, proving to be the difference here in Q2. See TJ in the chat. Yep. Ali, question time.
Yeah, ask me.
So, Ali, how do you remember all the gears lines to take? Your knowledge is unbelievable and really helpful to knowing which lines / curbs to miss.
Well, I mean, it's obvious. You don't want to accelerate nor brake on a curb. And when it comes to the gears, I just know based on the speed that you carry through a corner what gear you have to be in. It's not about memorizing, it's more about feeling.
Yeah, I to be honest, as someone who memorizes gears for not for no traction control, for medium traction, I tend to almost every corner short shift out of it or just go in a higher gear than the game suggests. But it's all about feel, and you don't have to be Ali's speed, I don't think, to be able to feel that. I think you just, I would say the practice really does make perfect, but it does help if you're, actually talented. Right, loading in for Q3 then. And
Only my Jason.
I am just typing out a poll for poll. So let's just give me a second while I think. While I think of some names to throw into the hat.
Oh yeah, one more thing. I forgot to tell you that this is actually Colin's first race on no line.
Is it his first race?
Although
I think it's his third race, isn't it?
No, it's actually, I think, is it?
Yeah, he's done a couple of. I know he did Belgium last week with no lines. Unless he's lying and just giving up.
I think he did Hungary as well, if I remember correctly. I didn't know, but I think I might have forgotten that. But yeah, he has done Hungary. I believe he told me in the DMs. I don't know about Belgium. I didn't watch that. But yeah, Zandvoort isn't really that easy on no line either, especially Sector 2, because it's literally blind corners and there is no reference points.
Yeah, so big respect. I absolutely agree. I think big respect to anyone who really learns the no assist route, especially in this game, being so drastically different. I'm sure some of you might have seen already, but the poll for poll is live, and
I can't see it.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it comes up on phone.
Oh.
But I can vote in your absence, I suppose. So who we picking? Drepo, Ads, Drive, Ermine, or Jensen?
Jenson.
Jenson. Well, let's go. Let's give Jensen the thumbs up from the official league account.
Let's watch AMS Drive. First sector looks very neat, and yep, he actually did that Apex really well. Made use of a lot of the track, and yeah, he literally uses every single millimeter of the track. Although you don't want to brake on that curb, it might send you wide. Missed the Apex a bit. Like AMS Drive's style suggests, he focuses more on exit rather than entry. That's the complete opposite to me. Braked on the curb, you don't want to do that. Fourth gear is the gear you want to be in, so yep, that's correct. And that's a bit of a late Apex. I'd still suggest on a track like this you want to be very focused on entry rather than exit. But lap looked neat and it's not that quick. I think he'll beat it by at least half a second. Yeah.
Yeah, and there you go. Maggie's going faster. He's in the 110s, as is Ermine. You guys might have seen on the mini-map at the bottom that Ads went for a small excursion in the second sector. But needless to say, he's he's put in the time. So why not? It's a nice banker. Anyway, Ali, Silverside Boy has requested a truth or dare from yourself. So what do you want? Do you want a truth or a dare?
Oh. Wait, did you pick truth or dare last time?
I picked truth.
I'll do dare then, because... Yeah, let's try dare.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how well dares will work, to be honest, but we'll give it a go. There you go. Gary has given you the dare. Just going to wait for him to cook. While that's going on, let's hop on board with Henkers. Let's get this up. It's not a fast lap. Banker lap.
Jenson's on the lap. He has to race on pad next. I'll do that. Anyway, Jensen misses the apex into turn 1, goes up to 5th gear. It's quite passive, but it can work for some. Yep, as he takes his apex really nicely, takes a very short line, and out of the corner he didn't look that committed on the apex, takes the shortest line possible, makes use of all of the track, late apex, also makes use of the curbs on the exit. Yeah, you don't want to hit that inside curb, nor do you want to brake on the curb, which, yeah, he doesn't do actually. He takes his apex really nicely, makes use of every millimeter on the exit of the previous corner, but not the entry of this corner that he just passed. Good exit. Brakes on the curb, you don't want to do that. Cuts this curb nicely, but he hits the inside curb of this left-hander, which you don't want to do either. Committed on the exit, misses the apex over here, and I mean, yeah, it was a good exit out of an open corner, to be honest. And it's gonna be in the 11s. That's
a little bit disappointing if you're a Jensen fan. And maybe he'll use the old used tyres excuse. But Drepo now over the line. It is at 110.4 from the Aston Martin, and that is the quickest lap we've seen today.
Oh my god, I can imagine myself racing on pad at Singapore.
Yeah,
that's gonna be painful.
Yeah, I do apologise to you, Ali. I should have specified it should be something that can be done on stream. However, he's asked for it now, so we'll try and hold you to it. Yeah, big F in chat for Ali's Singapore race next week.
Is Rep on the lap? Oh no, he's not. Ermine though is starting a lap. Let's go on board with him. Actually no, he misses the apex. 4th gear, going aggressive this time. Doesn't make use of the track on the way to the entry. Takes a very nice apex over here. Very committed on the apex. Sorry, not the apex, the exit. My bad. Takes the shortest line possible again, and throws the car into the right-hander. Misses the apex a bit. Makes use of the track on the exit, and he goes on the grass and completely misses the apex on this right-hander. And yeah, takes this apex nicely. Doesn't make use of all of the track, unfortunately. He's a bit hesitant coming to the apex because, yeah, he turned in a bit too early. coming into here, very nice apex, and actually he kept a high minimum apex speed, not something other drivers did, and takes, yeah, he hits the apex really nicely here, but doesn't, he's not that committed on the exit, and to be fair, it looked like a nice lap.
Yeah, but he has dove into the pits.
Oh, AMS drive, daddy drive.
Daddy drive.
Wait, no, he's on the lap. The DRS is off.
He's backed off from his lap, 2.5 seconds down. I think he'll be coming into the pits. Has he done a lap and we've missed it? He's on a 10.599. He's not on a lap at the moment, and I suspect he'll be coming into pits because he doesn't have enough ERS. Shocking,
oh, come on, Jensen.
Shocking speed going into the pit lane. Thankfully, being saved by the F1 gods.
Okay, Ad is the first one out.
Right, well, let's hop on board with him. Not had a lot of stream time so far tonight, the championship leader, but going really, really easy out of the pits, and it's almost like he couldn't find a gear, and now he can only find first gear. Is there something wrong with his gearbox, do you think, or maybe just the thought he might be burning some fuel?
I have no clue. If you want to be burning fuel, you want to brake and accelerate at the same time. I think doing this won't really burn fuel. I think there is something wrong with this controller. Is it?
Only time will tell. We'll hop on board with Ermine, who has launched himself past, but he's gone really aggressive on this outlap. Can't help but feel like he might have taken a bit out of his tyres as he's winding up.
He might be doing this to get another lap after this one, in case he screws it.
It's a fair point, but it might be all for nothing if that second lap doesn't have, he doesn't have the tyre grip for it. But away he goes on this lap pretty nicely through sector 1, in my opinion. Of course, I don't have the knowledge that you have, Ali, but he looked fairly clean through there, fairly flowing. As I tell you what, I'm amazed more than anything by the downhill right-hander drivers touching the curb on the exit there. In my experience, you touch that curb, you're a goner. Here comes Ermine now.
What?
3 temps up.
That might be in the 1:09s. That's gonna be quicker than my time trial.
Very nicely.
This last corner is beautiful.
Yeah, let's see him take the run to the line then.
Shortest time possible. Ah.
Oh, very close. 3.5 temps, and that's put him into P3. Great lap there from Ermine. And yeah, let's have a look at Rasgamer up next. He goes P4, Jensen. P5 for Jensen, and he picks the checkered flag up. Splitter Flipper, P6, Drepo at 10.3. What a lap. Mag User over the line into P5. Next up is Champ Leader Ads. He's only gone P4. Red Bull to the line. Rob Kelly, P5. And up next will be AMS Drive, who's in the pits.
No,
Drive. Oh dear.
Oh no, Hinkaz!
Oh,
What?
Henkers, what are you doing? You've ruined it.
You was 2 tenths up.
Uh,
Oh, that's sad. I don't think he would have moved up a place though. He would have, yeah, he would have needed a 4/10 improvement to get splitter flipper.
yeah. And yeah, it's really, really unfortunate. Splitter Flipper in the chat saying, how on earth was that ninth? I assume you mean that it was an incredible lap and you don't absolutely understand how there are still 8 people faster than you. Fish Sticks has redeemed an Ooh Daddy, so we'll wait for the perfect opportunity to deploy that at the end of the session as we run through the top 10s. I didn't see who won the pole for pole, by the way.
Who's the Udadi for?
It's going to be for me, and I'm going to deploy it on the grid. Well, not the grid rundown, the qualifying results rundown. At lights out. I'm not waiting that long, I'll forget. Right, so here is the top 10 for the race. We've got in P10 Henkers in the Ferrari, P9 Splitter Flipper in the McLaren, Jensen P8 in the Haas, Mag User P7 in the Mercedes, Razagamer HD in P6. That's a great qualifying from him. I think probably one of his best of the year thus far. Rob Kelly in P5, Ads in P4, Ermine P3.
Here it comes.
In P2, we've got the Alpine of Ooh Daddy. And in P1, we've got Drepo setting a blistering 110.3.
Your Udadi was better than mine. Now I know how to do it next
Years
time.
of practice. Years of practice.
Shall we do an RSF1 Raikkonen lights out?
Oh my god, no. My throat.
I think I remember the last time you did it.
No!
Yep, it was a race back in F1 2021. I can't remember which one. It was season 3.
It might have been Brazil. It could very well have been Brazil. I seem to remember
yeah, I
doing
think it was Brazil.
Well, I've clearly absolutely cleaned the chat out because there's been absolutely no reaction to the last. Oh, Fish Sticks wanted it at lights out. I've defrauded my best friend. Yeah, he wanted it at lights out. Should we do it exactly when the lights go out? We'll do it together.
All right.
So yeah, we'll do it at lights out. Gary, you can do it on the VOD. Yeah, watch it on the VOD. Because it's getting clipped, and I am absolutely 100% a fan of that. So make sure you clip your favourite parts of the stream. It helps us out in making memes and also embarrassing the head commentary when he has to watch it back tomorrow afternoon. Right. So we are... I'm... Let me... Mark that as done. Mark that as done.
I definitely did not message someone telling them what strategy to be on.
Absolutely. Well, we'll wait for the countdown, and then you can give us the inside scoop. Personally, I would say on last night's race, I'm going to say starting on the hards is very, very risky. There's a high chance of an early safety car. In which case you're going to be a little bit screwed unless you take a chance on mediums to the end, but the loss of track position may very well not be worth it unless you're already at the back.
Might be why I did it.
Yeah, but oh well, we'll find out. I'm gonna wet me whistle.
People are actually starting on softs. What the hell?
Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna save it as a surprise, and in the meantime, set myself to do not disturb. Do I have any funny images I can bring up? Oh, yep. Oh, that's
wait, the countdown.
POV AMS Drives television.
Wait, let me see if I can find something funny.
Oh dear. Oh, that's the Alpine car from this year. What we got here then? Pictures that didn't age well. Oh dear. I don't remember most of these. Anyway, we're getting ready to get underway with a very muted.
What happened?
I lost all sound and I couldn't pause it. Thankfully, I have control back.
Oh, alright.
Right. Let's do a grid rundown very quickly. So if I take the back 8, do you want to take the top 8 after that? So in P16 we've got Cormac F1, Dynamo Dan in P15. In the Ferrari, let's have the tyres up so you can all see. Flatrad's P14, in front of him his teammate Colin in P13, Jock in P12, P11 is Livs, in front of him is Henkers, the other Ferrari, and in P9 Splitter Flipper will take us through the top 8, Ali.
Right. Jensen in P8, of course. And, oh, come on, Jensen. Why the softs? Anyway, Mag user in P7 on the mediums. And then we have, above that is Raza Gamer. Also on the mediums. And then Rock Cody on the hards in P5. And then in P4 we have ads also on the hards. Ermine in P3 on the hards as well. AMS Drive. P2, like he always does, and it is starting on the hards. AMS Drive just like starting on the hards. That's something I know. Drapo in P1, going risky for the medium tires. If like the next two drivers behind me were to start on hards, I would do the same thing, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, I think that's it. Anyway, that's it. Ooh, daddy. Yes, Jensen, that's what happens when you go on softs when I tell you not to.
I am a huge fraud. Huge fraud. You could say I did it on purpose, but I didn't.
Well, I did tell Jensen to go on hard, but he didn't listen to me. That's karma.
Yeah, well, the karma is that he now has to pit onto other tyres anyway, because he's got no front wing.
I'll just say go medium, medium. It's
Yeah.
better than going hard.
Yeah, if you've got a pit and you've already run one compound,
I guess even though AMS Drive likes to be on hards, at the start it didn't go that well for him this time. Also because, wait, what tires is my? Oh yeah, my user is on mediums. And oh, it's green flags already.
oh yeah, away they go, and that's bad news for the drivers at the front. 4 drivers in the pits, they're all gone onto hard tyres then, as Drepo resumes the race in the lead. From Ermine in P2, Magusa in P3, who is on the mediums as well. He's going to need to get past Ermine as soon as possible to make the most of those mediums and stop Drepo from getting away at the front. AMS Drive, meanwhile, down in P4, consolidating his early race mishaps as Magusa squirming on the exit of that of the third last corner. I don't know corner numbers. As
Cormac has made up 7 places, but that's also because he's on softs.
Yeah, he would have had a mighty launch off the line, and well, he's now reaping the early reward of those softs. But how many laps do you think he can take them before they start hurting him? As Collins lost it.
10 laps at max. Maybe not even 10 laps.
Yeah, there is Colin doing the big oopsie into the wall and chipping off his front wing. Not ideal from the Alfa Romeo driver. So we are on lap 3. Drepo leads from Magusa in P2. The gap 1.4 seconds. Ermine in P3, 0.9 seconds back. AMS Drive following Ermine 9 tenths back, as Rob Kelly is keeping up with the Alpine driver, but he also has Drive's teammate behind him for company as Drepo sets the fastest lap of the race.
Goes on the inside.
Yeah, Cormac making moves then early on in this race, and he's put Henkers out of sorts. And I thought he was gonna fall another place to Collateral Ads, who is looking very racy in the early stages of this race, but I think he's probably got to play the long game here. Just wait for a decent opportunity. At the moment, Henkers will have DRS off the cars in front. A little bit of a train forming all the way up to Drive in P4, who is slightly losing touch of Ermine. He is out of the DRS through that section of the track, and he needs to really have a decent Sector 3 in order to get back into that DRS range. So Cormac then onto lap
Ermine.
6. Let's have a look at Ermine.
Oh, the switch back. Oh, he's done it. No, he hasn't.
Some great racing going on here between these two. Currently P2 and P3 at Ermine. Not content with just staying behind the medium runner. It's only been 4 laps, but Ermine looks like he's getting the most out of these tyres. And, well, if he's being held up by Magusa, then he wants to get past and go after Drepo in the lead. The gap at the moment between first and second, 2.5 seconds. Let's see if Ermine is close enough. I don't think he is, to have a look into this next corner. Indeed, he's not.
Yeah, Ermine is gonna want to pass Maguser as soon as possible because he's definitely fighting Drepo for the lead. Even though Drepo already has a 4-second lead. No, wait, 3 second. What am I saying? But yeah, uh, well, you always wanna start on hards. That's the thing. Even if it's a track like Zandvoort, hards will always be the way to go.
Well,
A safety car happening is also very unlikely. Sorry for interrupting.
no, it's fine. We had a couple of early safety cars last night. As the yellow flags are out. Oh no! Well, it's Calero Ads, who it looked a little bit dangerous there. It looked very, very close to Dynamo Dan as he went through. Calero Ads has lost a bit of his end plate, and yeah, that's really gonna hurt him. It's a long way round to the pit lane, and this is going to be a rather awful time for the Alfa Romeos tonight by the looks of things. Let's have an update on Cormac. Cormac's still sitting behind Ads, who's been a bit quiet off the start. He is in P7. He's behind Raza Gamer, who himself is on mediums, and he's stuck in this DRS train behind Ermine in P3. Who has dropped off a lot to Maguser. He's no longer within the DRS, so well, we'll have to see what happens there, as I think that was Colin already being lapped on lap 7. This is not a good race for the Alfa Romeos today.
Yep, Ermine is out of the DRS. Oh no, yeah, he's gonna retire. Is he?
No, he just doesn't know how to slow down for the pit lane.
Oh. Well, Jensen's had no luck every time I commentate. He's still in P14, long way behind.
Yeah, but he has just overtaken the other Alfa Romeo, so up into P14. He's got 6.5 seconds up the road to Libs, who's had a rather traumatic start as well. Speaking of starts, let's have a look to see your position changes. And well, standing out at the moment is Cormac, who hasn't made much in terms of inroads in the past 3 or 4 laps. As Livs catching the inside curb there. Very lucky to catch that one and not spin. But yes, Cormac making a super start, as does Maguser, who is up 5 places and of course into P2. Big losers thus far. Well, obviously Jensen, who's had a bit of a rotter. And
yeah, you can definitely see how Cormac's tires are starting to wear off. He's already 9/10 behind.
yeah, and you can see now Henker's on those hard tyres, not having any issues with closing to the back of the Mercedes car.
Out of the DRS.
Yeah, he should be alright for this couple of turns, but he's going to be in trouble on the start-finish straight unless he can get back into that DRS, which is not going to happen. So it could be easy pickings here for Henkers coming into turn 1. You can see how much extra he's got in terms of grip around that last corner, and Henkers up the inside into turn 1. Cormac doesn't fight, he doesn't need to, he knows it's not part of the game plan right now. At the moment we're on lap 9, and that is Henkers up into P8. Let's jump further forward. We've got a battle brewing between Ads and Raza Gamer. Ads picking up the pace a little bit. Maybe we'll start giving Raza the hurry up. Although there's not too much in terms of space in front.
Ads likes to use very low downforce setups. That's one reason you never want to be behind him. It's just impossible to overtake.
Yeah, but at the moment he is finding himself behind, and it's not helping him too much. Right now he's not being able to be close enough in order to make the straight line speed count. But
Yeah, he should be able to pass.
yeah, he's been very good on his ERS, and will deploy a little bit of it now, but he is more than close enough to Raza Gamer. He's up the inside, not quite going to get it done as early as Henker's on the lap before, but he's going to hang him out to dry around the outside. He's still got his nose in. Ooh, that's a scary moment there for the Alpine, but he's going around the outside of turn 4 or 3, whatever corner it was, and he makes the move stick in the end. Burns about 30% of his ERS to do it, but has got it done.
Yeah, just no point of fighting when it comes to Raza. I mean, you already know Ads is way quicker than you. I'll just stay behind and yeah, just wait for Ads to battle with Rob Kelly. That way, if I was Raza, I'll be able to pass Rob Kelly and just stay behind Ads for the rest of the race.
Yeah, and there's still plenty of race to go. Of course, 26 more laps the next time round, and as it was at the beginning, Drepo in the lead, the gap now 3.7 seconds, and Magusa maybe struggling a little bit as Ermine.
Oh, Jensen.
Oh, what's he done? What's he done? Oh, Jensen. He just wants the Alfa Romeo to catch up to him, and there he is going around the outside. What is it with you, Ali? He's always having a stinker when you're in comms.
I have no clue.
Oh, Livs has binned it. Livs has binned it through the final corner, and that is a full course safety car. Safety car, safety car.
So, I need to message someone.
Yeah, Ali's bestowing his engineer, his inner engineer, to a driver as... Oh, what was that from Collateral Ads? A bit of indecisiveness maybe, but Jensen has got past. Let's just hop on to our intermission screen. And unfortunately, no picture of Ali tonight. So you're going to have to stare at me and Gary as usual. But I'll tell you something, I don't do that often. Bosh, there you go. Safety car, safety car. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Wait, I can send a picture of me. Actually, this is a good one.
I can't really change. Well, I can change it. It's just in the middle of a race. I have misplaced my keyboard cable. I need to plug that in and fix what I done goofed. Safety car, safety car. Let's move the safety car.
Alright.
There.
Here you go. This is me now sitting behind my screen, being on the co-coms.
Oh. Right, well, as we've got the safety car graphic up.
T. James said, wait, we've lost David.
Have we?
Well, I can hear you.
Well, I can see my audio. Oh no, that's from a while ago.
Oh.
Is it me, or is the chat not updating? Or is literally just no one talking? Oh no, there you go, there's Gary. No one's talking. Toby let Colin unlap himself. Well, Toby is an overall gentleman. As we've seen the aftermath of the pit stops occurring And you can see that Drepo's pit from the lead. He's come out in P2 on fresh hard tyres. They should take him to the end. And that is the advantage on the early, on starting on the mediums. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what evolves later on in the race. I've got to do some very quick editing. Crop.
I just saw Rob Kelly going into the back of Maguser, although it looked like decent because somehow Maguser's car was on top of Rob Kelly's car. Well, now they're not, but he might have a. Actually, no, his front wing looks fine.
Well, let's hope that stays the case.
So currently, Drepo starting on mediums actually was the right choice because, well, with these hards, he's probably, well, yeah, the medium runners will be able to go to the end of the race, but their tires will be absolutely dead. Safety car will be in this lap if Colin Davis catches up, which is very unlikely. Actually, he might be able to. Actually, no, he won't. He's boxing.
Oh, Colin.
Well, now Jensen, at least, hopefully doesn't bottle it this time. The game gave him a chance to catch back up.
Well, isn't the game just lovely? Don't mind me. Just getting my picture of Ali ready for the stream. I mean, it's not really worked, if we're being completely honest. It's very hodgepodge.
Yep, that looks good.
If I had some time, I would cut out the lull face so it's a transparent background. But there you go. There is the Ali and Lolly. But anyway, we are about to get underway, so let's go off that screen.
Why is he making it so late?
Yeah.
Come on, Daddy. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And hugging the wall, and I wouldn't say he caught anyone out because
Airman is going around the outside of two cars. Oh no, it's not one. He almost had Drepo as well.
Yeah.
And Drepo was struggling.
Oh, he's snapped. Cormac snapped oversteer, and he's made contact with Henkers. The side. Oh god.
Oh, he doesn't have a front wing.
Yeah, that is hard luck for the two of them on the restart as the cars go side by side into this middle sector. Let's have a look at Haas. The Haas of Jensen and collateral ads. It looks like Jensen got that done, but Maguser's half spun. Oh no!
On the Mercs. No luck. And collateral is lost an end plate.
It was going so well. Actually, it wasn't. And he will have to be in the box once again.
It's a good battle for the lead going on.
Yeah, and we'll hop on with that as Ermine follows AMS Drive and Drepo. As
I'm going for it.
Yeah, let's have a look from back here. And he's going to have the inside for the next corner, but for the hairpin, the banked hairpin, if Drive can hang it, he should have the line. But Drepo goes wide in order to get the highest speed around the corner, and he has made it stick. So Drepo back into the leads. Ermine now. Oh, so close to the back of Drive, and Rob Kelly is now absolutely pushing Ermine round these corners as Colin gets past Jock.
No, Cormac.
Oh. Yeah, Cormac.
Doesn't sound no luck either.
Yeah, Cormac.
Also when I commentate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just seems like you're a bad luck chum. Oh dear. It looks like we've had another Ooh Daddy. So, on that note, apparently this one's going to me because nobody heard my last one. Yeah. Synopsis of the race then. We are on lap 17. Drepo has just retaken. Safety car. Safety car. What has happened? Why is there a safety car? Does anyone have any clue?
Yeah, Cormac
Didn't
somehow
he retire in the pits?
No, he lost it when he came out of the what's it called, in the pit lane. Actually, no, it was turn 4, the bank corner.
Absolutely shocking.
Yeah, cold tires, I think. Not sure if I've told you this, David. Jensen had no luck, like on lap 1, and now Cormac has no luck, on the restart for the from the first safety car. Why is that? Well, those are the only 2 drivers I gave setups. Maybe my setups are shit.
That could very well be the... Oh, Jensen.
Oh my god, I just cursed him. There's no way.
How do you lose it there? How? How? That is ridiculous.
Just as I say my setups are shit, I think this proves a point.
Yeah, it's all
Don't ever
Ali's
ask me
fault.
for a setup.
So Drive in the pits then, along with a slew of other drivers. And when I say Drive in the pits, I mean, ooh, daddy, in the pits. He comes out in P9. He's going to be on mediums to the end. And this is a little bit of a saviour for those runners that came onto the mediums previously under the last safety car. We've had a safety car question come in from EG46. Squid, of course, Squid, the absolute legend that is Squid. Next year's Tier 2 champion, I reckon. So, Squid's question is, who we thinking is going to win the overall constructors then? So this as a reminder to not just yourself, Ali, but to everyone watching. Be sure to put in your own thoughts over the overall standings in the chat. At the moment, right at the bottom, we've got Ferrari on 378 points. In front of them is Alpine on 418, McLaren in front on 420, Mercedes 421, very close there towards the bottom. Aston Martin in 6th place on 477, Red Bull in P5 with 526, Haas with 531, Alfa Romeo with 546, AlphaTauri 707 and Williams 750. So, I mean, personally, obviously Ferrari are going to win it. Ferrari win every time. No bets. So, what about you, Ali? Who do you think has the strongest lineup and is going to see out the rest of the season and win overall constructors?
I think actually Williams. I mean, they have ads, and it's just crazy that Ferrari won last season by a margin, and now they're last by a not as big of a margin as when they won, but still, they're quite far behind.
Yeah, thanks for that. Oh dear. Apparently Jensen had a black screen for a few seconds, so he's getting his excuses in a little bit late. So at least it's not your setup that's caused it, I suppose.
But I definitely did curse him.
Yep. Oh, it's a late call for the safety car to come in this lap then, as we'll hop to the top as Drepo is going to lead this restart, and he's warming his tyres up. He does have the hard tyres. If he can stay in front as long as possible on this restart, then he will absolutely stand a better chance of winning this race. All eyes go towards the back of the grid as Drepo goes early on the start-finish straight, and he's not caught anyone out. Let's have a look as Jock and Dynamo Dan are going side by side. Jock goes to the lunge into turn one. Dynamo Dan having none of that, and he absolutely rinses him round the outside. What a move by Dynamo Dan. Really aggressive defending, and well, it's paid off. He left enough space, to be fair. Let's have a look to see if any of the other pitters under that previous safety car can make any moves. AMS Drive is up in P9 at the moment. His mediums he'll be looking to take them to the end. Henkers meanwhile at the back. He's on one lap fresher mediums. Let's see how he does. So we're coming into sector 3 on this first lap, back on racing conditions. Ermine is on the back of Drepo, but he's absolutely not getting past him yet. What's the game plan if you're Ermine at the moment?
Pass him as soon as the DRS is enabled. I would risk it with all of my ERS personally, because yeah, that'll probably be his only chance of overtaking Drepo before his tires drop off. So yeah, this is gonna be the lap where Ermine's gonna want to be as close as possible to Drepo, or the next one as well. That's possible. But yeah, don't leave it late, Ermine.
Yeah, well, that's how he's got, I think, and that is the move that he has to have done. Although I would go as far as saying until the point where he's going to overtake or going to try the overtake, he's absolutely not got to slow up. He's not got to cause Drepo to lose any time, because that's just going to help these guys behind stay with him. As we come through the last couple of corners, the gap is 6/10. Is he close enough? I don't think he is. Rob Kelly is going to get a huge double slipstream down this start-finish line as AMS Drive goes up into P8 in the background. Let's have a look going into turn one, and yeah, Ermine just not close enough. And strangely, Drepo's barely used any ERS at all as Dynamo Dan's dropping back. He's on the outside of a free wide into turn one, and both Alfa Romeos making up places, and Dynamo Dan now down into P11 and out of the points as Jock nearly goes straight in the back of him. Let's have a look then. We've got ads right on the back of Rob Kelly. 10 lap old mediums for both of these drivers. And the championship leader is not going to want to see Drepo at the front. having a very good race, and Ermine just not able to get close enough. He's lost 17% of his ERS over the past lap, and he's got nothing to show for it. We'll have another look here as the gap is slightly smaller, and it's just over 5 tenths coming into the penultimate corner. But you can see Drepo pulling away very slightly. Maybe better line, maybe lower wings, as Ermine has got closer with that lap and wasn't quite close enough into turn 1. Let's see if he can unsettle Drepo maybe towards the start of this lap. Drepo going a little bit wide on turn 2, but stays ahead. Gap is 3.5 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths. Of course, getting the slipstream all the way down this back straight. That's not really a straight, but there's just no place to overtake, so both drivers going at it. Something has got to give at some point. Big hello in the chat to Jake, who has redeemed a drink, and I will take that opportunity because I have not let you speak in the past probably 5 minutes, Ali. So what are your thoughts at the moment? Who's performing? Who's performing well? Who's outperforming their overall pace? Who's underperforming?
Actually, Rob Kelly, I haven't really seen that much from him, and he's currently running P3. So yeah, he's definitely performing really well and actually keeping up with the front guys. And actually, Ermine was really close to Drepo on the start, but damn. Anyway. As for underperforming, Jensen. I mean, well, he's out, so not sure if it counts.
But very
otherwise,
underperforming.
yeah. Otherwise, I'd say, like Henkas, I'm not really used to seeing him running in last place, and he has been struggling a bit with the pace, even since before the first safety car.
Yeah, and it's a real shame for the Ferrari driver. He looked very good in quali. I've just got an eye on this battle for 6th at the moment. We've got Razagamer in front of his teammate AMS Drive. Now, are we going to see some team orders here? Razagamer 12 lap old hards, Drive 6 lap old mediums. And is he going to make it easy for his teammate into turn 1? What we didn't see last night is the yellow flags are out and Colin is round on the last corner. Oh, Colin, as Razagamer does indeed let his teammate pass. And there goes Colin. Hopefully no damage. He hasn't pulled into the pit, so he will carry on. Oh, Drive gets a yellow. Oh, he got to 5 seconds.
Oh no.
Do you think it's because he overtook his teammate when Colin had spun and the yellow flags are active?
Wait, what? What was it because of ignoring yellow flags? It might actually be. I have no clue who Colin. Actually, no. Colin was quite far behind when it happened. When he spun, actually, he was definitely behind AMS and his teammates. So, I actually, yeah, it's just a terrible game in my opinion.
Yeah, just spitting facts is the one and only Ali Ferrari. Spitting facts.
Yeah, Ermine is close, but still not able to overtake. Like I said at the start of the stream, overtaking this track, even though you have BRS, is just ridiculous. I mean, it's nearly impossible. Just as bad as Monaco, I would say. You just hope that the car ahead of you makes a mistake in that last sector, otherwise you have no hope of overtaking.
Yeah, and I don't think it's quite as bad as Monaco, because on the exit, it's just a straight line onto the start finish, and you know the only real overtaking spot is into turn 1 at Zandvoort. Thankfully, we haven't got that in the calendar. Shit on the Monaco. Mine, half a second the gap then, and his medium's now 14 laps old. Do you think he's missed his chance?
Yeah, I think there's no more hope. As you can see, Drapo is pulling a bigger gap every lap coming into the last corner. So yeah, this time it was 6/10 last lap, or like 5/10 the lap before, I think. Also 5/10 actually, but yeah, I think Ermine missed his chance.
Contact.
The hard should. Oh no.
Oh.
Anyway, the hard should be slower. Sorry, quicker than the mediums by this time.
Yeah, yeah, that was a small amount of contact, sorry, between Mag User and someone. Sorry, I didn't see who it was. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, Mag User now spun around and back in P12. So we've got a truth or dare coming in from Jake. And this one's for me. Let's mark that one done. Let's mark that one done. Truth or dare? I'm going to go for dare. And I'll preface this now. I have to be able to do it in the stream, Jake. So go for it. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Amos Drive setting the fastest lap of the race. He's making up time. He's gapped his teammate by 3.5 seconds. Still on lap 28. Ermine not able to get past Drapo. Drapo's looking very good for this win. Thus far, Drive is not making the impact that he would have hoped on those medium tyres. Splitter Flipper, 16 lap old mediums, is doing very well, to be fair, up in P5. And, well, that's... hopefully, we will see that continue. Colin setting the fastest lap on his fraudulent soft tyres. Well, you when life gives you lemons, eh? You set fastest laps. Is it me, or is this race just a little bit dead? Maybe. Apparently Jake's got a dare for me, so let me wait for that to come in. Still. Potato!
Anyway.
There you go. First word that came to my mind was potato. I see.
Wait, what was it there?
What? Sorry, I missed.
What was it there?
Yell out the first word that comes to your mind, and it was potato, and he's cooked it. Says TS9.
Oh, Ermine is actually closer on this side than he's been before.
Yeah, and maybe a sense of urgency as Rob Kelly seems to get closer lap after lap. Ermine now less than 5/10 behind Drapo, as he is fast. Although a poor couple of corners there has seen that gap extend back to 5.5 tenths. And oh no!
Oh, it's in the pits.
I really hope his car doesn't come out into these cars now. And yeah, there you have it. Drapo too fast in a straight line, and he's barely using any ERS. Rob Kelly unable to get past.
I'm actually surprised that AMS Drive hasn't been able to catch up to ads even with those tires. But even with that DRS trend up ahead, he still hasn't been able to get closer to them. And actually, Splitter Flipper is quicker than Drive on older tires, so Drive might actually have damage. It doesn't look like it, but there could be, because yeah, when it's very light damage, the game doesn't show if you're like outside the car.
Yeah, as we'll keep an eye on this. maybe a mistake from Drive, but he has actually reeled in ads by 2 tenths in this lap, so maybe these guys starting to stack up a bit behind each other.
Did we just curse him? Did we just curse him? How? Oh my god.
Oh, Drive. Oh, Drive. Oh.
Just as you say, he's starting to he's starting to get closer to ads. He did catch up to him by like 2 tenths after I mentioned that he might have damage, and he goes into that wall.
Yeah, not ideal.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Drive.
he has to stop and go as well.
It hasn't worked out for him today. Hopefully his car, didn't come out of the pits. I mean, he served the 5 seconds and a little bit more. Jake, I think you only get 2 truth or dares per stream. So, but anyway, we've got a truth or dare for you, Ali.
Let's go for it.
What we saying?
Let's go truth this time.
Yeah, so a truth for Ali, as apparently we've got to watch ads because ads is 7 tenths away from Raza Gamer and never gonna overtake them this far back. So let's just hop on from that. Oh, ads, why have you left the session? Wait, was ads not the host? It didn't say migrating host. Ads, AMS Drive.
Wait, what?
Well, it didn't say migrating host, so maybe I am. Maybe I missed it. Don't know. Rob Kelly, Ermine, and Ermine is closer on this lap.
Wait, what was the truth? That's Jake. Like I chose truth, but I don't know what Jake.
Yeah.
What his question was.
He's not said it yet. Ali, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? Obviously, keep it PG.
Most embarrassing thing outside of league racing, is it?
I think it's a very broad question. I think it can be anything. But for the sake of keeping it in league racing, feel free to give that one.
I'm trying to think what are some embarrassing things I've done. Yeah, there was this time where what's it called again? I somehow found my way up to the school's roof. Like yeah, the school that I currently go to. I think it was like a few years ago. I found my way up to the school's roof, and then me being very stupid, I started calling people from there. And there were teachers in the schoolyard, and yeah, because of that, I got a few calls home, a parents meeting, and a detention.
Oh dear.
I don't know if that counts as embarrassing.
If it embarrasses you, I would say it is. A little rebel. Ali Ferrari, the rebel. Climbing up on school roofs. You've heard it here, ladies and gents. Raza Gamer has lost some time in that final corner and has been overtaken by Collateral Ads. He pulls into the pits with a 5-second penalty. Oh, Raza. That is not optimal. So, as you say, Gary, on for a P6 Collateral Ads. Splitter Flipper ahead is 4 seconds up the road. Dynamo Dan in P7, 2.6 seconds behind. As Ads appears to have his own little cheerleader group going on in chat as Raza Gamer puts on the soft tyres to go for a fastest lap attempt, and of course will give ourselves a little look-see at that at the moment. Magusa with that fastest lap, 112.3, but it's not going to get him any points. As things stand, Fishsticks is absolutely trying to curse the shit out of Collateral Ads by doing a countdown to a non-existent spin. I realise how much I'm tempting fate by sitting on board with him right now, but Ad's having a cracking race thus far. Dynamo Dan also doing very well up in P7. Do you know what? Collateral Ads is pulling in some time, but there's only a lap and a half left to go. As it looks like Drepo is going to eke out the win on this one. He's still got 60% battery to Ermine's 13%. And could Rob Kelly be sizing up a move onto this last lap as he's all over the back of Ermine?
Some action.
Let's have it, ladies and
actually
gents.
close.
It could happen, ladies and gentlemen. We'll hop on board.
Yeah.
We'll get the cinematic view. And here they are, powering to the line. And Rob Kelly goes around the outside. There's plenty of space there. And he makes the move done around the outside of turn one. What a move from Rob Kelly.
This is his first podium.
This could very well be Rob Kelly's first podium. Jock gets past Dynamo Dan in the closing stages. Rob Kelly then up into P2. Ermine is letting this slip, and Ads is 1.1 seconds back. He's just one small mistake from these drivers in front away from getting himself a podium. He's got 40% ERS. You've got to use it, lad. You've got to use it. And there he is. He's using it. He's not got DRS here. He's not dragged himself any closer. Ermine really struggling on his tyres. But here comes Drepo into the banked corner for the final time. Lap 36 of 36. He comes across the line to win the Dutch Grand Prix. Rob Kelly comes in second. Ermine in P3. Just 3 tenths behind him. His Ads splitter flipper coming home for a great result. A P5. Collateral Ads picks up a P6. Jock a P7. Dynamo Dan P8. And Henkers now rounding the last corner for what will be a double points finish for the Ferrari team. And, well, there have not been too many of those. Let's have a look. Raza Gamer, he's not going to beat the fastest lap of Magusa. And he's got a 5 second. And he finishes in P10. So, P11, the only man yet to finish. And this is, I'll tell you what, Ali, this is the second night in a row we've had no 3 second corner cutting pens. And that's a wall. And he didn't even break his tyre off. Shocking there from Magusa. Can't even bin it properly.
Wait, what corners can you even cut at Zandvoort? I literally can't think of any, apart from going wide in the last corner, which doesn't even have to happen that often. I don't think there is any.
Cut the apex of, although you don't want to, you can cut a few apexes. You can go wide at the left-hander before the second DRS straight.
Yeah.
Apparently Rob has 5 seconds. I don't know.
What? From the last race, or?
Let me just double check that. According to penalty points. Oh no, Rob Kelly's got 5 seconds.
Oh no. Oh,
it was the 5 seconds carried over from Spa. This is very upsetting. But anyway, the podium celebrations are going on. Hinkers has left the session. The Aston Martin driver and his engineer celebrating the win on the podium. And, well, that's a good race from Drepo today. What is wrong with this lobby? This lobby is like laggy as shit. Jake has redeemed us a drink, so I'm going to take that drink now. And Jake's also redeemed the last Ooh Daddy of the stream. Don't know who you want to hear it from, whether it's me or Ali, but let's get the podium sitters in the session then. I'm sure Ali is already doing it. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Do I invite Rob Kelly as well, or do I invite ads?
I'll invite Rob Kelly to do it.
Alright. So, not ads, just Rob Kelly. And Aaron, of course.
Yeah, Drapo, Rob Kelly, and Ermine. I don't know if Ermine will join. He might do.
If he doesn't join, should we get in ads?
Yeah, that seems fair.
Right.
Just keep an eye. There's Rob Kelly. And there's Ermine. Right, so...
Any update on who the... Oh wait, Jake said, David, tell Ali to do it. Ooh,
What?
Daddy.
Hey. Right. So, welcome to the post-race interviews, ladies and gents. And as we... Actually, we've got everyone in the chat right now, so I'm going to refund you your safety car question, Gary, and we'll save it for next time. And I'll mark that one as done. And Ali, if you want to take it away with our P3 driver tonight on the track.
Yes, sir. So, Ermine, you've been...
Yeah. Thank you very much. We will absolutely ignore the fact that I muted the wrong thing. Oops. on to our P2 driver, and we've got we've got Rob Kelly.
What an introduction, thank you.
So, Rob, an interesting race tonight. Did you think you had the pace to finish as high up as you did?
Oh, definitely not, no. I did a few laps in TT before, and I improved on my time trial, so I knew the pace would be okay, but I didn't think I'd be able to really stick with the front guys, but it was a nice surprise, I guess.
Yeah, and during the race, we'll have a talk about the safety cars. So, a couple of safety cars in that race. Did they play into your plan, or were you sort of a little bit skeptical whether you would get those mediums to the end?
I definitely think without the second safety car, I don't think any of us three minor ads would have made it to the end. I think our tires definitely would have exploded. So the second safety car, when I saw drive pit, I definitely thought about pitting for a fresh set of mediums. But I mean, in the end, I guess it was a reticence to stay out. So that's quite nice.
Yeah, and so going on to the final lap, final couple of laps, we saw you make a move on tonight on Ermine tonight. Was that something you were biding your time to do, or were you just sort of hanging on and found yourself close enough to make the overtake going on to the last dregs of the race?
Yeah, to be fair, throughout the whole race, my main priority was just keeping ads behind because he was giving me a lot of problems, and I think he nearly overtook me one lap. I think it was like lap 24, 25. And I fought that off, and then it was sort of just like trying to regain as much DRS as possible. And then when I saw he lost DRS in front, I didn't even realize he lost DRS till I heard you guys talking on the stream. But then I heard Ali say, "Oh yes, some action," and I thought, well, I've got to go for it. So I just absolutely sent it, and it worked out. So that was quite nice to be fair. I would have been absolutely happy with P3, but P2 going to turn it to P4 because of a penalty, but just a bit annoying. But it's not too bad. At least we had a good pace today.
Yeah, well, congratulations to you, and obviously a mighty race. Yeah, okay, you might have lost it in the end, but yeah, it's still a very solid pace. And yeah, I'll hand over to Ali to interview tonight's race winner.
Cheers.
Novice Racing Dreppel. What a drive. Almost a hat-trick. If you only had led every lap of the race, but yeah, after the first safety car, of course, AMS drive didn't box. But other than that, what a drive from you. You've been dominating all of the race. So, is this just a track that you are just good at, or do you feel like you can carry on this pace going on to Singapore and the next few tracks coming?
Yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty okay track, I have to say. But last week I also got pole in Spa, which didn't end well, as we all know. But yeah, I had a good quali, then from the start, pretty good launch. At the first safety car, I was actually surprised that Ermine pitted so early, because I didn't think that they would make it to the end. But yeah, I noticed that Ermine was like 3 or 4 wings lower than me, so I had to use like a bit of battery out of the last corner, but I always had like this in the 70 or 80%. But yeah, I think it was a good drive and finally got a win.
Alright, one more question. This is something I've been interested in asking some drivers about it. So, I know you've had an amazing qualifying lap, setting a 1 minute 10.3, which is almost my time trial as well. Can you tell us what your thoughts were when you were doing that lap? So, like during sector 1, 2, and 3, and like different corners and etc.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always used to like to progress in quali, like I start really slow and build up my confidence just to not make mistakes, and then try to get to more to the limit. That's, I think, my approach. Like, yeah, I just try to go near the limit, and if it works, it may be a good lap at the end. So yeah, that's my approach to have a good quali.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, well, my English is. Anyway, what I was about to say is, what a drive from you, Drepo, and well done on your win.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
yep, see you next week. Hopefully you're driving.
Yeah,
Apparently, Ali's committed to racing it on pad. We'll see. We'll see. The dare came in from the chat, and Gary's absolutely frauded Ali. So I'll look forward to that. But anyway, that is all we've got time for tonight. There's just one thing left to do. You know what it is, ladies and gents. It's the COCOM's driver of the day. So go on, Ali. Let us have your thoughts and your driver.
Well, I want to give it to Rob Kelly actually, cause I haven't really seen that much from him. So this is the first time I've actually seen his true pace and that last lap overtake where he actually brought us some action. Cause the race has been quite dead, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, and of course he got a 5 seconds. He has a 5 seconds time penalty, so he won't keep this podium either. But yeah, other than that, he still drove really well, and I feel like he deserved it. So yeah, driver of the day is gonna be Rob Kelly.
Righto. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. Driver of the day, Rob Kelly. Well deserved, of course. And that's the end of the stream tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Tune in, of course, same again tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, and British summertime. And, well, it's going to be the tier 2s, of course, as always, on a Friday. But for now, I have been your host, David Lowface, joined tonight in the box by
Ali.
Thank you very much, Ali, for tuning in, and I'll speak to you all next time.